YouTube stream, peoples of YouTube that are future viewers of this. Yeah, I'm kind of freaking out about if I made the right choice or not. With that whole Destiny thing. One cool thing I actually realized after the fact, like just now before starting the stream, is that guy that ends up dying, you know, he talks about like Destiny stuff, so that's why I haven't seen that yet earlier, but now I have. Alright, so let's find out. Okay, I just had to make sure. I guess I can appear online right now. There we go. I mean, technically I haven't even started the game until right now. Now I've already talked to them, okay, so. What? Okay. It's 52. I thought he was like 60. Like straight up. Leave. Sanders' residence. Oh, it's so just straight to it. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to the house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler, but the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. I don't know. I only read the stuff out loud just because it's like, it's hard to talk when I game alone, especially when I'm like trying to focus. Alright, let's enter this madness.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Yeah, get your grammar right,
However,
buddy.
before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
There's Bish.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
I don't know if I should tell her about she might think I'm crazy.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Oh shit.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words.
Oh god.
Nobody
Okay.
in that hospital
That's
would have
probably a
deigned
good
to
thing.
speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Oh shit, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Tell me about this.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's like, I need to know a pattern.
The day the shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
What the fuck? Yo, what?
A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
And the detective stuff is pretty cool, too. And yeah, it gives you, like, besides the hidden ones, giving you, like, checkmark thing, it gives you dead ass where they are.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Oh shit.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Wait, what? both psychology ones?
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it.
What the fuck, bruh? Is this a hidey hole? Sort of. Tome 2. I need to do Tome 2 on DVD. Lols. Oops. I always do that. I have 1 skill point. Yeah, I hell like I should do that. I think that's kind of cool though. Like how? I wonder if I can ever ask Bradley, you're supposed to be dead. And also... This fool's the youngest fool on the island besides the kid and Sarah. Holy crap. And these ones are more reasonable, I guess, back in olden days. Yeah, that's... Yeah, just tell me I have a point. Unless it's a sanity thing. Oops. I don't know why I went over to the sanity one. Obviously wasn't. I have 8 point available. Yeah, I need to work on eloquence.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Oh, you're recording that after his wife, Irene. Oh, and then...
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
That was Pretty damn creepy and sad. Is this the gallery? Okay, well, no, that's okay.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
I'm gonna keep the peace.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
I'm like, I'm gonna keep the peace. Yeah, let's read the book. Beyond Reality. What's that? What's that? For reading the book. Except to read an unholy book. Oh no, it affects my destiny. Oh no, I didn't know about that. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. It's kind of an encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. That's not fair. Oh god. I am gonna have to replay this game for sure. Oh god, no. Why? I pressed that button. Why didn't I? What the fuck? What? That looks like Elios from fucking Ash vs. the Evil Dead, kind of. And, oh my god. No. 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 Like, shouldn't that count as knowledge? Like, cause if I go over to Pierce skills, should have got occultism stuff. I hope I didn't make the wrong fucking choice, man. Nice.
An old diary.
I'm gonna have to play this like all over again so many different ways.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
The whale on the cob. That's occultism? That counts as occultism? Nice. I'll take it. I will take it.
I could use one of those.
But they really had sleeping pills that I grabbed. So, yeah. Those ones, and those ones. But not the ones that were the ones I gave away. That's so funny.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for
Dear
nothing.
Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Yeah, why would she just be like, okay, here.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Hello. Is the work of a student in the book original relevance they lack? Jeez. That's the laws. Let's do imagine. Okay, medicine. Why does medicine like go so slow? This key, I figured. Oh shit. Oh fuck no. That hidey hole's activatable? That tells me something bad is gonna happen to me, buddy.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Didn't I see the thing go off? Okay.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Is that when I was supposed to have it? Yo, no, fuck that.
The public entrance to the gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Why is he so interested in all this like evil looking shit? Nice. Oh god. Okay. Why is that working? Whatever. That okay.
The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Bro, I'm not about this. Like what's about to come. Like oh, it's just the oil stuff.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
I wonder. No.
Why was he so interested in old
Yeah, it's that
weapons?
one. Okay. I won't look at it. That's it. In here. Got a bad feeling about this. I fucked up.
What the hell was that?
Excuse me, my objective is to what? Oh, I already did my objective. It's saying it's completed. I was about to say, whoa. I don't know if I had to fight that thing at all, but in case. Safety first. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. What the fuck?
I can't even touch it. No way out. No choice. I must get rid
Oh shit! Oh, fuck. Oh my god. What do I do? I don't know what to do here. Because I can't touch the door, apparently. Oh, I wish I saved that cigarette. Oh god. Okay. Breathe. Like, what do I do? I just died. Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu? You know what the fuck is Cthulhu? You don't know who Cthulhu is? What? Yes, you do. Everyone knows who Cthulhu is. Everyone knows who Cthulhu is. He's got a squid face. He's got like a octopus face with all the tentacles and like the dragon body. Well, no, he's a fictional character from stories by H.P. Lovecraft. You don't know who H.P. Lovecraft is? No. Like, I admit that I've never read anything of his, but I know who he is. Oh, it's supposed to be like based off one of the like stories that were like after Cthulhu. It's not based off Call of Cthulhu, because that was like the first story, I think. It's based off like a different one. I don't know. It's fun though. But there's a monster now from some other dimension shit. I don't know. It sucks. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Okay, I'm gonna die again, probably a lot. Okay, no, I know what happens here. Okay,
what?
Consult diary. Boom.
What the hell was that?
Wait. I don't think that does anything. Wait. No. Straight. How am I supposed to fight this thing though? How am I supposed to do this shit? To avoid this motherfucker. Why, Lord, why? I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Okay, hold up. Settings. I'm going to... I guess X or R2? attack him! What? How am I supposed to... Maybe I gotta pull out the lantern to help? I don't... Okay. Okay.
What the hell was that?
Okay. No. Oh, fuck! I didn't think he knew he was shipping Holy shit, Taki. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. See, this is when I should be having the viewers, because this is when the game is fun, in a sense. Because holy crap, when I saw him pop, so just, it got me. It got me good. Oh, that one got me good. Usually that works. Maybe the AI, like, knows? They shouldn't do that, though. That's not cool. Dude, this is not cool.
What the hell was that?
That is your worst nightmare. Okay. Okay. No.
Down. Did it hear that?
Oh, God damn it. Dude, this is... I don't want to. I don't want to figure it out by looking it up. I might have to, dude, because this is difficult to, like, actually know how to do
What
it.
the hell was that?
Okay. God damn it. Nope, nope, I lost. What? I think I need to grab it. And then get in the closet.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
supposed to sneak attack him? Dude, am I supposed to sneak attack him? I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Gosh damn it. Okay. Fight the Yeah. How the can you read it?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection?
Oh, I missed that? Alright, that's not what I'm here for. Okay. How does the thing not even see him? Because you have to get that one.
This dagger looks different.
Duh. Duh, I found the clue. I'm retarded. I'm so retarded. But I still want to make sure, like, how do you fight him? Because the other one just blocks. Or... Okay, that's... Dude. I would have never figured that out. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. Would never figure that out in a million years. Maybe the dagger part, but what you have to do with the dagger, would never have figured that out. Okay. Whew. Dude, I'm gonna get this done already. I screwed up. How'd that guy get like such a perfect run of this?
This dagger looks different.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I think I got this. I think I got this. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm so glad I waited. So glad I waited. Okay. Oh shit! What?
What's the matter with you?
Oh my god.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Yeah, dude, that was the most terrifying thing I just dealt with. Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. Yeah. No, that was a very difficult fight. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon, how do you pronounce that, Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. What the That's not good. So I wonder if I end up getting a gun because of R2 to shoot.
Where's the bookseller?
God, man, that...
An old diary.
That was honestly difficult as hell. I'm not playing Dead by Daylight. What the hell is that in here for? Lols. I make lols. Oh, God, I'm stupid.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Medicine. Autism. Not this time. I don't understand why I need that big old lantern.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Occultism. So now we go in here.
What happened here?
To investigate. That is not part of the investigation. miss something? Oh, I had to hold it. I thought I was holding it.
Let's start over.
Alright, I tapped it.
Where did they
That's
break
what
in
I
from?
had to do.
Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Cultism?
What the? Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins.
Hell.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Why did it shoot me back? When the occultism wasn't high enough level? Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to memorize the code.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Great. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity and sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. I don't understand what that means. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Okay, I can't pronounce that. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that's far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer you actions. You actions? Your actions. Wow, game, come on now. Okay, so...
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
I need to find the cylinders. The fuck? Bruh. Holy shit.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
I think this is the,
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Creatures that never divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work, history of the myth, without giving detailed mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with. So that's the asshole we just got rid of. I'm gonna read all the books. I mean, don't get me wrong. Probably a bad idea that I'm doing that. I'm also do a playthrough where I don't. Then I'm gonna do a playthrough where I do some and not other. I don't know. I don't know how getting the different endings works. Dude, so much more stuff became searchable though after investigating, so I'm like checking everything. Everything. Alright. Well, see?
Things are not looking good.
stones lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay. That has to deal with
The Chalice of Knowledge.
this god seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with red precious stones. I'm going to listen to that again.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So,
The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3. How did I count that though? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guessing. It's gonna be it.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so the white 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope that better be it. Better not count the one that's off of it.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
9. I'm gonna go with 9. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. So, hold on.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
So we had the 5, 2, 3, 4. Hold up. Okay, we're gonna use this as a marker. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, it couldn't be that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 rubies. Nice. 6. 11 minus 5. this one already? Bro, what the hell? Oh, okay. That's what I was doing wrong. I was counting the queen. Okay. And I was thinking, like, maybe it's like that 11. I was counting the queen. Okay. Other than that, I was right with everything. I don't feel bad about looking that one up. Because I don't think I would ever figured out that I wasn't counting the queen, and I was thinking, oh, I have to count the wood pond. I didn't think about how I did count the queen until looking it up. So what does it matter if I read all those other books if I have to read this one? What? What? The book. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. What? Yo, what? Oh, shit. Man, that takes a while to load. This must be a bigger level or something. What the hell? My mind is gonna be in someone else's body. Ow. Stupid sit on my back.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Oops.
Very well. I'll examine him.
No. I guess I should have done all the other stuff first. I wasn't sure.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Becoming an octopus man.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
You're a dirtbag.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Better be able to count on you. Bish. Oh, it doesn't only go on to his. That's funny shit. Oh.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Oh, my heart.
Okay, can I like...
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Jesus Christ. This wasn't all this science shit.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
There is a lot.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission? Mrs. Sanders?
Hey ho, wake up. Oh, I don't get to pick up these sleeping pills.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room.
Why don't I get to take it?
Not where I expected to find it.
I obviously am going to need it. I think I'm... Watch, I end up not.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
For real.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. His binds left bloody wounds. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Okay.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Hippocratic oath. Heal all the patients. Nice. I was about to say, is this a hidey hole?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
That's it.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show. Dr. Colden?
It's just slap a hoe.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Hello.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Like, hello.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
You're telling me I can't climb through that shit. Down, 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 down.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Bitch, I want to slap you, silly.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
I'm gonna distract her. This bitch.
I don't have any business in the boiler room. Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Wait.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
No, I want this one.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
No, you could be my distraction.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Is everything all right?
Yeah,
I will work until...
Oh.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with
Dr.
work.
Colden. Do you want something? I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor.
I did everything here.
We're running out of this medicine. Once again.
Can't you...
Donovan takes her instructions...
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors.
Dude, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? This is ridiculous. It's like not even... I can't find anything. It doesn't... Oh my god, phone. God, fuck off, fucking ads, bruh. What the hell? How did I not see this?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. It's what I tried to already do. But it wouldn't let me take the damn key.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
The tool isn't in here on the floor of all these tools.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Everything.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
That's where I started. Okay. Wait, storage room or something. I think I saw that somewhere. Nutrition, bathroom. Where is it? This is office. It's the boiler room. Surgical ward. Storage. I knew it.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. At last, the missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
I get it. I hate these type of puzzles, but I get it.
I've unlocked something.
I actually
Patient
did it.
files. I was right. Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Yes, Inky? Give me
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Okay, now. That's not the secret item, though.
Why is Ethan on medication?
Trying to like pet my cat and control the controller.
Poor souls downstairs and not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Okay. Stop. Stop falling off of me. This piece of shit.
I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Ah, Now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Man, I'm getting a lot of trophies right now. The book projected Pierce into the body of Dr. Colden. The detective watched helplessly as Bradley spread confronted with the experiments of Fuller. She got into his office and discovered that the director of the Riverside Institute was hiding information on, if not the body of Sarah Hawkins, but she was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it's too late. Alright. I'm gonna wait till at least this is finished. Loading and loading to the next thing, and then I'm gonna end this video. Because I am hungry. What, you want outside, Inky? I got you. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it with this game because I feel like there's still a lot to come, but I also don't want to rush through it. I will watch this really quick.
I pray that Colden is really here. And alive.
That was exactly why I waited, because I wanted to make sure I saw that game saved. It's a really fun game. honestly, having to deal with the whatchamacallit thing, I was scary as hell. So yeah, guys, the people who watch this in the future, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see everyone in the next one. Laters.